Breaking news, actually, coming out of
Oh.
Israel.
Hmm.
Imagine this. You're walking through Tel Aviv, vibrant city.
Right, always buzzing.
But now, lining the streets, you've got these huge billboards. Quite striking.
Okay. And what's on them?
Well, the message is stark. I mean, really direct. In English and Hebrew, it just says, finish the job.
Finish the job. Wow.
But here's the kicker, the part that makes this international news. It's a direct appeal, like a public plea to former U.S. President Donald Trump.
To Trump. Okay. Not the current administration.
No, a grassroots thing, apparently. It's really grabbing attention.
Yeah, I can imagine. And that image, the billboards, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? It sort of captures this raw feeling on the ground there.
So what's the immediate context? Is it just general worry or something more specific?
Well, it's definitely more than just, vague unease. It reflects this anxiety that's been building up among Israelis.
How about Iran?
Primarily, yes. Escalating tensions, Iran's nuclear program is a big part of it, those regional proxy conflicts too.
Right.
There's this real sense, it seems, that the current diplomatic routes might not be enough to cool things down.
Leading to fears of a bigger conflict.
Exactly, a prolonged, maybe devastating military clash. So this public display, these billboards, it's like a visceral shout, a demand for decisive action now.
So, okay, if it's about that deep anxiety, what does this kind of appeal specifically to a former president tell us? About leadership, about how people see crisis resolution today?
That's a key question.
Because these billboards, they aren't just local posters. They've exploded online, haven't they? Gone viral.
Absolutely viral.
Sparking huge debates everywhere about, well, who can solve these massive international problems? And maybe what kind of leadership people think works when things get this tense? The virality itself is significant.
It really is. And, if we connect the dots or sort of zoom out, it really throws the official silence into sharp relief. What's fascinating, I think, is the complete lack of any official comment from the Israeli government on this. It's very visible.
Nothing.
Nothing public. And just as striking, silence from the White House about these direct calls to Trump.
Interesting. So what are analysts saying?
Well, some political analysis suggests this public outcry going around normal channels, bypassing current leaders. It could signal a real crack in public confidence.
Confidence in the current approach.
Exactly. It hints that maybe a chunk of the public feels the standard ways of handling the Iran threat just aren't working or aren't working fast enough.
And they want something different, maybe more disruptive.
Perhaps something they perceive as more decisive anyway. It definitely raises questions about how effective or responsive current leadership is seen to be right now.
And what really gets you thinking is who they're appealing to. Not the current president, not international bodies.
No, specific.